Hello, it's me Harley, back at it again for yet another video, and as you can see, I am in my shower. Well, I'm not in my shower, I'm in my ensuite, but you know what I mean, you get where I'm going here. And yes, by the way, my hair is a little bit wet because I spritz it with water because what I'm going to be doing is something very, very silly and stupid. I'm going to be dyeing part of my hair black. Now, I've had my hair basically every colour under the sun. However, the darkest I've ever gone is navy blue. I have never actually gone black. And there's a very good reason for that. I am a very pale person. And although I'm bright red at the moment because it's pretty hot in here for some reason, it's October in England and the rest of the house is freezing apart from this one room, and I can't explain why that is the case. What can you do about it? And I am dyeing part of my hair black because it's a promise I made myself when I was 13 years old. Now then, if you're wondering what promise I made to myself when I was 13 years old, I promised myself that if MCR ever got back together, I would dye at least part of my hair black. And they're back together. So I'm keeping the promise I made to 13-year-old me and dyeing the bottom third of my hair black. Which is so silly. You guys know I know nothing about hair. I can barely even do a normal plait. And I could do very bad fishtail plaits on myself. I could do amazing ones on my pony, but I can't do it to myself. Considering how my hair went in my last hair dye video where I dyed my hair like Stocking from Panty and Stocking, then let's see how this goes, because that one came out surprisingly good. It still wasn't good, it still wasn't professional standards, but it looked reasonable. I hate brushing my hair when it's wet because it doesn't do as it's told. This is silly. Power, power, power zone. Don't know why I started singing that. Power zone, not paradise, lol. That was something my dad started singing when that song was popular. I wonder when that was, because I bet it's longer than I think it was. But yeah, so why did I promise myself that I was going to dye my hair black when MCR got back together, if they ever got back together? Very good question, and I wouldn't blame you for going a bit weird. The truth of the matter is this. I have absolutely loved black hair since I was tiny. Like, I am not kidding you. I remember being in reception, so I would have been about 5 years old, and seeing a couple of girls at my school who had really pretty black hair, and I was like, oh my god, I want that, I need that. And I would beg my mum to let me dye my hair black, but I was 5-6 years old, and of course no mum's gonna say, oh yeah, go out and dye your hair black. That's totally a normal thing to do. I didn't get it done, obviously. And I've always been told, hey, you're way too pale to dye your hair black. Fair enough, I think that's a perfectly reasonable assumption to make and things, and go, yeah, no, you wouldn't suit black hair because it's going to make you look dead. Hence why I'm not going full black, at least not straight away, lol. To be fair, I don't have anything wrong with the whole looking dead thing. In fact, I quite like it. Get me some of that vampire style. Make me look vampy. I don't think MCR were ever going to get back together. At all. I mean, I know there's like this Smashing Pumpkins thing. This Smashing Pumpkins theory, which seems to have come true now, but never did I think, oh yeah, no, they might get back together. So I didn't ever think I'd end up dyeing my hair black. By the way, I'm wearing one of my mum's old stained, going in the garbage t-shirts. Is that about a third of my hair? I don't know. I'm not a hairdresser. I'm pretty certain it's not straight either, because I've got no eyes at the back of my head, and if I did I'd probably end up dyeing them and getting blind, and that'd just be a lot of stuff to deal with. But I think that's kind of straight. Oh my god, this is going to be so bad. What am I doing? Never mind. My panty and stocking ones went better. My panty and stocking hair, so you never know. This one might be successful. Don't know why I turned into some kind of like Mickey Mouse character then about that. And anyway, if I do end up looking a bit dead, at least then I'll match MCR's music. Wouldn't it be great if we were dead? Oh, dead. Tongue-tied and also squeamish, you never fell in love, you get what you deserve. The ending of your life. I'm going to make sure that everything's staying up on my head. Ah! But yeah, so I know I'm late to this whole MCR got back together things, and like they're doing music together and all that jazz. I was busy on Halloween. I was doing a ghost hunt on Halloween, and that was my planned video, so I wanted to get that up first. And anyway, I'm not a big YouTube channel. I have 40 subscribers. Nobody's gonna care if I'm a little bit late to this whole MCR event together. Never know. One day I might end up with hair like Morticia Addams. That'd be just amazing. I always end up giving up on the gloves in the end, but I always start out with them, so... Oh wow, that was a fail. Oh shoot, just ripped it. Oh, yes, crinkly. Personally, I don't like the sound of this stuff. I know some people get like ASMR and stuff with it. I have kind of like reverse ASMR, so anything that people find relaxing, usually I find ridiculously uncomfortable. Do you like that, Jenny? Oh, yes. Plastic bags on my hands. Nope, got hair in my face. Got hair in your face. Big disgrace. No, that's Queen. This is meant to be an MCR video, goddammit, and you've already had Coldplay and Queen. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, yes, this is so lovely. I'm already basically translucent. Like, I am so pale that my skin turns red with the slightest of heat changes and things like that. Basically, I'm so pale that my skin is basically see-through and you can see the blood underneath. I actually had a dream last night that I had to marry Count Dracula. I know, bit weird. It was either marry Count Dracula and save your mum and dad from being killed, or don't marry Count Dracula and your parents and you will die. And not as in, oh, I'm going to be turned into a vampire and be the living dead, like, in the ground, you're dead. For the vast majority of my dream, I was running away from Count Dracula for some reason. Well, not for some reason, he was trying to kill me. I think that's a pretty legitimate reason to run away from someone. But I was running away from Count Dracula. And in the end, I got caught along with my mum and my dad, and they were like freaking out too because it's blooming Dracula. I agreed to marry the Count to save my family. Then I started having a chat with Count Dracula, like just a casual chat. And we started talking and like just gossiping. And he was like a really chill, cool dude. And I was like having a whale of the time with him. Like, I was like, you're not as bad as you come across. Like, yes, you're a murderer and things like that, but at least you're charming. I suppose that's kind of like a Ted Bundy thing. Like, you've got this charm about you. Count Dracula in my dream was a nice dude. What can I say? And then I woke up. And usually when I wake up from a nightmare, it's because something like terrible's happened, like I've fallen off a cliff, or I don't know, insects are crawling under my skin and I've like been trying to pull them out or something and I've woken up like that. But no, this time I woke up and I was like, oh no. I remember feeling myself waking up. I was like, oh God, no. I'm waking up, because usually I can tell I'm in a dream. And in this case, I knew I was in a dream. Could feel myself waking up. And I was like, oh no, I'm having a really nice chat with Drac. He's fun. Let me continue talking to him. And I woke up. I was like, oh shucks. I'm not going to be able to go back to that now. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's turning black. Ooh! Squeak. Wait, I'm now starting to go to Nicki Minaj. That is very far away from MCR. But then, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have put Missy Elliott and Fall Out Boy together in my mind, and they came together with this Ghostbusters song, so yeah. Clearly weird things can sometimes work out like that. I like that Ghostbusters version. It gets a lot of people going, it's not as good as the original. Well, yeah. So what? I still like it. Can't I appreciate good music? I have no idea what this is doing. Like, I don't know if I've got it saturated well enough. I think I have, but in previous experiences with like dyeing my hair, when I first started out doing it and things, I would find the occasional bit where it hadn't properly saturated the hair and gone through, so like have like patchy bits. Aha! Ew! Some of my hair just fell out. Such fun! Such fun! Miranda Hart, such fun! It's too late to turn back now. Oh yeah, I'm such a good singer. I'm thinking about coffee now. I really want a coffee, but it's night time and I have insomnia. And even people without insomnia wouldn't have a coffee at night time because it's bloody stupid. Don't be stupid, mate. How's this looking? Ooh. I must say, there's something very satisfying about the feeling of hair dye in your hair. By the way, if you're wondering if I've Vaselined my neck and stuff to stop my neck dyeing, no I haven't, because I've done that before in the past, and personally I find that even if I Vaseline myself, I still get dyed. And I find it much harder removing the Vaseline than the hair dye in the first place, so I just give up with that stuff. Right, oh, I can't be bothered with that. Come on, get off my hands, get off my hands. No, bad gloves. Gloves, be gone! Ew, it looks so manky. Ew, 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 ew. Doing ew to religious music sounds a bit strange, but never mind. If you're wondering why I'm now just starting to go in with my fingers and not even bother with using gloves now, it's because I am double checking for any of those kind of patches where I've missed. I really wanted to go to the MCR 2012 tour thing, but at the time I was 12 and I've got a baby face. There was no way in hell I could have got into a 16+ gig. One of my friends, or one of my ex-friends, I don't stay in contact with them anymore. Not because we fell out or anything, but just because we drifted apart. One of my ex... I mean, I don't even know if it could be classed as a friend. It was just somebody I used to talk to a bit. But he was really, really tall. And he was like buff as heck. Because he was flipping giant. He'd like already had a bit of a beard at the age of 12. That is silly. Like, what happened there? Are you a real life vampire? Because he had black hair, like naturally black hair, and was very, very pale. And he looked much older than 12. My only explanation would be he was a vampire going through school. Because he went to the MCR concert and he didn't even get questioned once about his age or anything. He should have been turned away and gone, no mate, you're too young. But he didn't, because he'd been given magic age stuff. I how he looks now. Maybe he looks like 40 or something. And he's actually only... He'd be 20 now, so maybe he looks 40 and he's only 20, and it hasn't, like, slowed down the ridiculously fast pace of ageing. Maybe he still does look a bit older than he was, but I doubt he'll look 40. Oh, I could continue to let my hands just get even more black and die quickly, and then just claim to be a massive 21 Pilots fan, which I am, by the way, but not so far I'd go to dye my hands black for them. Originally, I was planning on dyeing the bottom third of my hair highlighter pink, because I'm going to be going to see Youngblood soon. And I wanted to match his socks, his iconic socks. But MCR trumps. Wait, that sounds so weird. MCR doesn't trump. Well, they must trump, because otherwise they'd explode from internal gases. But you get what I mean. MCR reunion trumps pink hair for socks. Because who knows, this pink sock thing might only be a temporary thing. In 3 years' time, maybe pink socks will be a past decision with Youngblood. You never know. If I feel really adventurous, coming up to the show, I might, just might, dye my second third of... Oh no, I've just dyed the wall. I got over enthusiastic with my hands again, and I've dyed the wall black. When I was a young boy, my father took me... Actually, no, it was my mum. When I was a young person, my mother took me into the city so I could meet up with some friends. While I was there, I bought my first ever box of black hair dye, and I plan to dye my hair black for the boys, getting back together. Be gone! Wouldn't it be great if you could just throw rubbish on the floor and shout "be gone" and it would just disappear? Somebody needs to invent that kind of magic. Getting a bit enthusiastic with the water. Ooh, didn't turn the hot off. Some people use cling film to help get the dye to develop and things. And I have tried that a lot of times in the past. Especially when I was doing like multiple colour hair and I didn't want it to bleed into one another. But I am so bad at that. They never stay still for me. Another dead butterfly! Why do butterflies come to my bedroom and my own suite to die? Like, I'm not kidding you, it's a really weird phenomenon. So many butterflies die in my room. I lost count this year, but last year I counted how many butterflies died in my room and I managed to get to 68. And they don't die anywhere else in the house. Nobody else has this issue. They just come to my room to die. And then I'm surrounded by butterfly corpses. I don't know if that's a bad omen. It probably is. Because it sounds like something demons would do to mess with me. Like, dead butterflies somewhere must mean, I don't know, death is approaching you or something. You can't get me, death! So, do I look MCR enough yet? Ah, shoot! Oh God! Ow! In case you don't know what I just did, I literally just accidentally stood on the door thing there. No! It's like stepping on a Lego. Oh. A big one. So MCR, I'm inflicting pain on myself. Take two! So, do I look MCR enough yet? That noise though. Oh. Oh, Mama, you enjoying your little trot there? Yes. Mother, you trot like a pony.
Thank you.
dancing. You're on camera. I will show it. When I was a young boy, my father took me to the city to see a marching band. And my trousers are falling down yet again. Oh God, it's so hot.
The window's open.
I know, but I have this jacket on and I'm not used to warm. I'm a Capricorn. Ah. Sorry. In case it wasn't clear, I have dyed my hair, or part of my hair, black, and it came out pretty good. Look, yas. In fact, I love it so much, I am planning to dye considerably more of my hair black soon. I'm thinking of having black and then bright pink on the second third, then blonde for when I go to see Youngblood next week, which will kind of make my hair look like if Pineapple Dance Studios was a hairstyle. But never mind, I'm down for that. Then once that pink has faded out a bit, I'm going to dye the bottom 2/3 of my hair black and then the top third of my hair green, because I recently watched the Joker film and now I want green hair. I must admit it does kind of look a bit brown now, because I have been really depressed recently and haven't felt like filming videos. So I started filming this the day after MCR announced they were getting back together, so like 1st of November, and it's currently the 18th? I think it's the 18th. I have no concept of time whatsoever with my depression at the moment, so it could be anywhere between the 16th and 20th, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's been quite a while since I dyed my hair black, and it's now kind of a really dark chocolatey brown. I dyed my hair black because MCR is back. Oh yeah! I look so terrible and my trousers won't stay up. Whoa! So it's only very subtle at the moment, the bit of black that I tried out, because I didn't want to jump straight in because of how pale I am, but I've decided I love it. So. And I can't have MCR music in here, so I'm just gonna dance. Oh yeah. That's not really MCR dance, is it? MCR dance is more like famous last words, and then... Oh God, I didn't mean to fall over like that. I just landed straight on my stomach, belly flop. It was meant to be more like... And like that, but instead I kind of just fell flat on my face. Because I haven't done dancing in years.